Hello and welcome to today's video in which we're going to be talking all about tulips. So these are tulips that I grew here at Finch and Fern Flower Farm. My name is Lily, by the way, in case you don't know me. I am the flower farmer at Finch and Fern. The flower season is here, you guys, which is so exciting for me. I have gotten quite a few of these orders of tulips out to some of my customers. And I just wanted to make this video for you guys so you guys can keep your tulips looking fresh and beautiful for as long as possible. So these are some of the tulips that I chose to keep for myself. And I have had these in my vase for 10 days and they still look absolutely perfect. So I just want you to have the freshest flowers possible for as long as possible. So if you're interested in learning all of my tips and tricks, my secrets to keeping my flowers this beautiful for this long, stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing them all with you today. Okay, so if you've ordered from me, when the tulips were delivered to you, you saw that the bulbs were still attached. To your flowers. So let me find one that has the bulb still attached. So this is what you get when you order from me. You'll get the flower, obviously, and then the bulb, which is down here. And I'm going to teach you how I just Sorry about that, the camera just fell, but anyway. So this is what you're gonna get in your bouquet. I've been selling my tulips by the half dozen, so you'll get 6 of these beautiful flowers. As soon as you get them, I want you to go ahead and unwrap them, remove all of the packaging, and find yourself a nice vase that can hold 6 of these at the bottom. If you don't have a container that's wide like this one that can hold all of the bulbs at the bottom, that is completely fine. You can use a mason jar and just stack them on top of each other, which is a pretty cool look, I think. You can literally use any container that you have available and just make multiple arrangements out of them, so you can put 3 in one and then 3 in the other, and take them to different rooms in your home. Whatever you'd like to do, it's not a big deal if you can't put them all together. You might actually even consider cutting them off the bulb, which is totally fine too. This is how tulips are normally sold at grocery stores and florists. But the reason why I like to keep my bulbs attached is because the flower will actually continue to grow and it will continue to feed from this bulb, which has all of the nutrients that this flower needs. So that cuts out the need for putting flower food in your water because the bulbs have everything that this flower needs to grow and survive. If you do choose to go ahead and cut the bulb off, that's completely fine. The tulips will still be beautiful for a very long period of time because they are so fresh when they're delivered to you. I like to harvest my tulips either the morning of delivery or the night before delivery if I'm making a morning delivery. So they're super fresh. When you do cut off the flower from the bulb, I want you to use a really nice sharp pair of scissors or pruners and make sure that these are really clean. You don't want to be introducing bacteria into the bottom of the stem, which could kill the flowers. So wipe them down with alcohol or wash them with warm soapy water to remove anything that might be on those scissors. Like I said, make sure that they're really sharp. And when you make your cut, you want to cut at an angle, you know, a really good angle instead of just cutting it straight off, because when you cut it at an angle, it gives the flower more room there to take up water from the bottom of the stem, which will hydrate your tulips better. Tulips also do drink a lot of water, so make sure that you have plenty of water in your containers so they don't dry out and wilt and die faster. The last thing you have to think about is where you're going to be putting these in your home. They do not want to be in direct sunlight. Tulips, you have to think about them being a cool season flower, so they like cool weather, not super sunny. That'll make them open up super quickly. And then the temperature in your home is really important too. So At my house, we keep it in the high 60s, low 70s, and the tulips have lasted a super long time in that kind of climate. If your house is a little bit warmer than that, 75 and higher, you might not get the longest vase life, but you'll still have beautiful flowers. Maybe consider putting it in a cooler room in your home. You want to keep these away from drafts, so windows, doors, that kind of thing. So those are the basics for what you want to do when you first get your flowers. Okay, so now that you've had your flowers for a few days, we want to refresh the water. So we're going to take all of the tulips out of their container. Just being super careful, making sure that you're not breaking anything. There we go. And what we're going to do now is we're going to empty the water that is in the container. We're going to wash this container with warm soapy water. Make sure that you rinse all of the soap out of it before you put fresh clean water in there. Again, you want the water to be cool, not ice cold, but cool from your sink. And then you're going to notice that your tulips leaves are kind of starting to flop a little bit. So what you want to do is just remove those leaves. I would say one the first week, and then you can remove the second one the next time you clean your vase and change the water. So now that we've removed those leaves, and now what we want to do is go to our sink with cold running water, and you're going to scrub with your hand very gently all around the bulb. They do get a little bit slimy sometimes, so you just want to make sure that you're removing that sliminess. Go ahead and do that under running water and it'll come off. Once it doesn't feel slimy anymore, it's good to go. You can set it aside. And you want to do the same thing if you cut off your bulbs. Just rinse that stem under running water to get the sliminess off, and then cut at another diagonal and put it right back into that cold water. Oh yeah, and you'll also want to go ahead and remove that bottom leaf. So here's another one. The leaf is flopping. There's nothing wrong with leaving your leaves like that, but I prefer to just remove them because that gives less water that's going to those floppy leaves and gives more water to the flower itself. You want to be really gentle, making sure that you're not breaking off the stem where you're trying to remove those leaves. Sometimes you'll find a little bit of dirt like inside of those leaves. If you want to, you can just rinse that right off under that running water. Okay, so that is all of them. And now you want to fill your container up with nice clean water. And if you have your bulbs attached, they don't have to be completely underwater. You can just place enough water in there to cover the roots at the bottom. Just like that. You don't have to fill it up all the way to the top. Just be sure to check on that water level periodically because like I said, tulips do drink quite a bit of water. Some people do have concerns with their bulbs rotting in the water, and yes, over a long period of time they will rot, but not before your flowers are done anyway, so it's totally fine. Plus, we're making sure that we're changing the water so we're not getting all of that bacteria growing in there. We're removing that slime, which can be bacteria also. So we're keeping their water super fresh, super clean, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. So after you've removed the leaves from your tulips, you can put them back where they were before, and they will continue to open up, they will continue to grow and bring joy into your home. I don't think I have forgotten anything. If you have any tips and tricks for your tulips, or if you have any questions for me, you can leave them in the comment section down below. I will get to all of those questions when I see them. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I really hope that you are enjoying the tulips that you've taken into your home, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.